Steve Spangenberg from the Home-Based Business Tax Coach, and I'm here to ask you a question today. Would you like the whole truth and nothing but the truth? Of course, you would like the whole truth. The other question I have to ask you is, would you like an IRS audit? And I'm sure the answer is no. But if you did get audited, would you like to know how to defend yourself? And the answer is probably yes. Now, the IRS targeting side hustles and home-based businesses is nothing new. Absolutely nothing new. There's a younger guy on YouTube that, of course, he says, that the IRS is now targeting side hustles, and here is what you can do. That's a clickbait headline because it's nothing new. But there is one thing in that video he didn't tell you, which is of the utmost importance. I mean, absolutely, even if you keep meticulous records, if you don't have this one thing, you're in trouble. Okay? I'm not going to make you wait till the end of the video to find out what it is. It's called a business plan. Now you can watch the rest of the video without hanging on the edge. And if you're happy leaving, leave. But I'm going to tell you a little bit more, and there's going to be more information in this video. It's going to help you out. Now, the reason why they target home-based businesses and side hustles is because most people in these businesses and in these side hustles like Uber and Etsy and all these things, they're not really business people. They want to make money on the side. They want to supplement their income. In fact, most people are forced to. They're really not business people. They're really not organized. Now I'm talking about 95% of them, okay? And they're really not going to the right person to give them guidance and advice. They're going to an H&R Block or some guy or some girl that doesn't do home-based business tax returns, and they're getting no guidance. That's why I opened my school at createmyeconomy.com. And you can go there and invest in $7 a month. You can invest in yourself and find out how to do these things if you're serious. Oh my gosh. If you're serious about doing business the right way and not the sloppy way and not the way that's going to get you in trouble. You see, there's a couple key things. Number one thing is that you should have separate bank accounts, or else it's going to get sloppy. Just get another bank account with another debit card, another credit card, and keep your business and your personal separate. Easy to do, okay? Very easy to do. Takes one trip to the bank, okay? The second thing is to keep basic record keeping. Basic record keeping. You can do it on an Excel spreadsheet. You don't need QuickBooks. In fact, you could get Quicken, which is nothing but an electronic checkbook, if you wanted to do the software thing. Or you can write it out on a spreadsheet or type it in on Excel. For 47 years, I run $1 million business, and I keep my business basically on a spreadsheet because you know what? I don't need to invest thousands in a fancy software and charge it to my clients. Simples. Okay? Keep track of your expenses. Do your mileage log. Make sure if you deduct something on your tax return, you have the backup. Okay? Now there's a lot of, I can go into each one of these for about an hour. Keep track of your income. One of the biggest problems that people have is they think, oh, I didn't make that much money. I don't even really need to report it. The problem is the people now, the IRS is tracking your income through these things like Stripe, PayPal. I can tell you, I know a guy that gotten, hey, I told him, you better report your PayPal earnings. Didn't, got his butt in a ringer because PayPal reports your earnings. Okay? And PayPal, Stripe, Venmo, blah, blah, all those things, Cash App. Okay. People think, oh, if you pay me cash, still after 47 years, people say to me, hey, Steve, I'll give you cash. Hey, I'll give you cash. Wink, wink, wink. Fine, give me cash. I still got to deposit it in the bank. All right. And the IRS can still see my deposits. My philosophy is this: record every cent of your income, no matter how it comes in. Record every cent of your income, no matter how it comes in. Now I sound like a politician, repeating myself. And then be ultra aggressive on your expenses. Because once you don't report income, it's over. That was the final bell. It's over. Because the IRS can see that you're not being truthful. And when you mix your personal and your business account, what happens is if you get caught in that ringer, they're going to invoke this rule called the income rule. This is another thing that this gentleman didn't tell on his video. So they're going to invoke this income rule saying everything that goes into your bank account is counted as income. So that $5,000 your Aunt Martha gave you for your birthday is automatically counted as income. They disallow all your expenses and boom, you got a tax bill. Okay? Don't wait for your forms. Don't say, oh my gosh, they didn't give me a 1099. I don't have to report it. Yes, you do. Because just because it might have gotten lost in the mail or they might have not sent it to you, they probably recorded it with the IRS. Don't take that chance. That's a silly game. And you will get caught sooner or later. Okay? Report all your income. Be aggressive on your expenses. Have documentation. And you'll be okay. I even report, I do Facebook. I'm monetized on Facebook. And I report the $25 that I get every month from Facebook. Okay. No big deal. No big deal at all. So that I can say, if I ever get in that position, I can look at my records. He's even recording the $25 he gets from Facebook. Yeah. It's income. Okay. Disorganization kills you. It will kill you. Look, man or woman, if you're in business, be in business. Okay? Be in business. And this video will get too long to go into all the detail. Now I came up with 3 things that this guy didn't say. 3 things is when you're in business, the IRS requires monthly financial statements. Do you produce a monthly financial statement for your business? You see, I read audits. And I find out what the IRS wants. Okay, so if you're going on this rant, I'm going to go over these 3 things with you. Number 1, have a business plan, a written business plan. That means you write down who, what, when, where, why, how for your business. Even if you're an Uber driver, some of these Uber drivers are full time. Some of these Uber Eats are full time. And if you want to keep paying taxes on, if you want to have expenses for them, I should write a guide for Uber. I think I did. Write a business plan. Who, what, when, where, why, how. Written, updated. And I guarantee you this, you have in a home-based business and you have a written business plan, your business will explode because what you write down comes through here and gets in here, and boom. Okay? It's number 1 thing he didn't mention in his video. But I will tell you the whole story. Number 2 thing, I forgot the number 2 thing. Let's go on this number 2 thing is monthly financial statements. You have to have monthly financial statements. And these are very, very simple. At the end of every month, sit down for 2 hours, write down in a spreadsheet what came in and what went out. Then put it on a piece of paper. Here's what came in, and here's my categories. I had office supplies, I have my cell phone, I have my internet, all these things, total them up, and there's my profit or loss, and put it in a folder. That's not that difficult to do. You just put it in a folder, and when the IRS, if they come after you, you have your business plan and you have your monthly financial statements in a folder, and you can just give it to them. Then the last thing, the third thing is, which I put in number 2 and then switched to number 3, but the third thing that they didn't mention was that income rule. I'm telling you, report every single dollar. I'll tell you a story. When I was working in high school at a restaurant, and I made $1.35 an hour as a busboy plus tips. And my dad was a CPA, and he made me keep track of everything because I was saving for college. I kept a little ledger. I put my hourly income, then my tips, then my total, then my bank deposit. And he said, report every single. They gave me cash tips. All right. And it's just not worth it. It's not worth sticking a couple $100 in your pocket and get run over by the IRS. Report every single dollar. And you won't get that income rule slammed on you. If you report every single dollar and you keep your bank account separate, you won't have to worry about that rule where they declare all your income, you see? And that's happened in an audit where basically they said you didn't report all your income, and they included everything that went into that person's bank account. All right. So those are, it's nothing new that the IRS is coming after home-based businesses and side hustles. They're just an easy target. Don't be an easy target. Take care of those 3 things. Take care of the other things I talked about. Go to somebody like myself that can give you the proper advice, get you the best tax return possible, and you can be on your way without any trouble. So if you liked this video, if you got value out of it, like and subscribe to the channel. You can go to createmyeconomy.com if you want to take the next step and invest $7 a month into yourself. But I never ask people to like and subscribe in the beginning, because how do they know if they're going to get any value until they watch to the end? So if you watch to the end, thank you very much. And see what I have on the rest of the channel. I haven't learned how to put these cards or anything on the back of it yet to make you impulse click to more of my videos. So I'll just have to trust that my content is worthy.